games again in 2 weeks. Let's see if we see a healed-up Baker Mayfield. All right, time for Nick to hand out some NBA medals. And, guys, the Phoenix Suns, they just keep winning. They won their 16th straight game Saturday night in Brooklyn. 16. Woo. Devin Booker leading the way with 30, but just missing out on a medal. Nick, which three guys were podium-worthy this weekend?
That was a great game Saturday night. I meant to go to it. I didn't. I shouldn't have. Bronze medal. Hey, the Lakers won. That's 1/10 of the way to the 10-game winning streak that Anthony Davis said would fix everything. There you go. Lakers, another gutty win against a tough Pistons team. The hell are you doing, Lakers? But at least LeBron had 33, 5, and 9, and Halsey got out of Applebee's. Silver medal, Joel Embiid, fresh off the COVID list, gives you 42 and 14. Now, Broussard would tell you he should have been playing through the COVID. It's a man's sport. Andre Drummond shouldn't have been out there. Embiid should have been playing. But I'm going to say, good thing he took the time. They get even in the loss. Good game there. Great job by Anthony Edwards in the win. All right, and now a goal. Stephen Wardell Curry. This is the angriest I have seen Steph Curry since the 2016 finals when LeBron was stealing his title and his soul. He's very mad at the ref there. So what does he do? He takes it out on the Clippers. Oh, you're going to tee me up? Well, how about this? Bangarang! I'm going to tee you up. Bop! Oh, Steph. Steph has 100 made threes. We're 19 games into the year. The guy's the MVP by a mile right now. The Warriors are the best team in basketball. Is it 2016 again? God, I hope so. There it is. Warriors get the win. Steph gets the gold. Angry Steph. Furious. That's the maddest he's been since the league was rigged for ratings or money. I don't know which.
What? I'll get you started. Game of the year, celebration of the year. As the Michigan faithful storm the field at the Big House after beating Ohio State, sending the Wolverines to the Big Ten title game. It was a wonderful game, wonderful celebration. Kevin Wildes, what else you got for us?
Well, we'll start with the weird Jenna. Magic in Cleveland. Wendell Carter Jr. gets fouled, but no call. Even though his goggles are around his neck, so he takes his goggles and throws them at the ref. Ends up getting thrown out. Now, look, I'm not a defense lawyer, but I would argue that the goggles help him see. And he didn't know he was throwing them at the refs because his eyesight was hindered because he got fouled and his goggles came off. Cavs win. They move to 500. Moving on to the wonderful Steelers-Browns. Controversial, but I'm putting this up for catch of the year. Wow, that can't be the catch of the year. Why not? Joe Mixon was going to make a tackle, saves an interception, and gets a reception out of it. Mixon ends the day with 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, -2 receiving yards. He took one for the team there. Moving on to the weird. Vikings and 49ers. Kirk Cousins has to call a timeout because he's lined up under his guard, not his center. He was asked about this after the game, and he didn't lie. Honest guy, don't get me wrong. I would have lied. I would have said, you know what? I was trying to go off the board here. We're going to do a direct snap. Coach said he decided against it. But I believe in the coach. Gotta lie. Can't line up under the guard. Vikings end up losing it. Frisky 49ers, now 6-5. Moving on to the wonderful Kansas, West Virginia. Going over a 2-point conversion. Who catches it? Number 68, Earl Bostic Jr. Then he gets the chest bump celebration gone wrong. This barely works one-on-one. Certainly doesn't going to work 2-on-1. Kansas, the team, also ends up falling to the Mountaineers. And finally, this was the number 1 play in orthodontist top 10. Bucks Colts, Vita Vea gets hit. And there goes the tooth. Actually just part of the tooth. All smiles afterward. Actually looks cool and adds to the pirate, mascot look. All well. Bucks win. And that's Weird and Wonderful from the National Pastime.
Great. We got LeVar back with us now talking Browns, Ravens. This game was ugly, a lot more the same from Baker. Like, for example, that. Just drop the ball, literally just let it fall. That fumble, one of a number of Cleveland mistakes in the loss. Head coach Kevin Stefanski was asked after, will there be any changes at the quarterback position? Take a listen.
No.
Well, why not?
Let me ask you a question. Why would we do that?
Well, the points, just aren't there.
Yeah, we're not doing that, Tony.
So, LeVar, are the Browns making the right call sticking with Baker after last night's loss?
They absolutely are. And the reason why you got to look at this decision from Stefanski to really boldly support Baker Mayfield is he's the right guy for the job until he isn't. Meaning, who's better to put into the position than Baker Mayfield currently right now? It's not going to be Case Keenum. You know who he is. You know what you're going to get. No disrespect, Case, but you know what you're getting. And in terms of getting to the draft, you know, you got one more year on Baker's on his contract. So do you look at this draft and say maybe somebody falls to us in this draft? I don't know, but I know this. If I'm looking at what the woes of the Cleveland Browns are right now, their offensive front, which has been the best in the game for the last couple years, is ailing. Their Pro Bowl tackle goes down early in the game. Baker Mayfield is already wounded trying to make it to the bye week, and he was under constant pressure and duress the entire night. You can't put that on the quarterback solely and say, okay, this is why we need to replace Baker Mayfield. You get Kareem Hunt back in the game yesterday. So you have Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, and you have Dearness, all three in your backfield. And no one could manage to run the ball. I think one got 20-some yards. The other, like 16, didn't even break 20 yards. If this team is running the ball, this is an effective football team, and Baker Mayfield is a much more impactful player. They have to find what's going on up front. They have to commit to the running game, and they have to understand that Baker is banged up, and no matter what quarterback you put back there, if you're not protecting him better than what they did against the Ravens, you're going to have the same problems or worse moving forward.
Well, I agree with a lot of that about the Browns' philosophy, but I don't think it would be benching Baker. It would be sitting an injured player. And this idea that you can't play Case Keenum, then why did you make him one of the highest paid backups in football? 3 years, $18 million, $10 million guaranteed is what they paid Case Keenum. They didn't go with the Dallas Cowboys Cooper Rush plan at backup quarterback. They made an actual investment a year ago in backup quarterback for this exact scenario. The scenario is played out, and they won't go to him. So while Kevin Stefanski is asking Tony Grossi, why would I? Tony, a little more respectful than I am, I just said, because your quarterback either stinks or he's hurt. I'm guessing you hope he doesn't stink, so he must be hurt. So put in the other guy. But the Ravens desperately wanted to give the Browns the game yesterday. We have seen all year long across the league, Colt McCoy, who is Case Keenum by a different name. They both played college football in Texas. Colt won more. Case put up bigger numbers. It is similar size, all of it. Colt McCoy comes in, and the Cardinals stay afloat. We have seen good teams go to their backup quarterback for a game or two and stay afloat. This would not be a benching. This would be, did Kyler get benched or did he get hurt and his team sat him down? He got hurt. Nobody's benching him. Go ahead, LeVar. Tell me what I'm missing here.
Here would be the easy response that Kevin Stefanski would give you. Because an injured Baker Mayfield gives us a better opportunity to win the game than the Case Keenum that's getting paid the money he's getting paid to be the backup. I think if
then cut
Baker
Case.
cannot,
then Case is the worst quarterback in football. Then,
if you don't need your backup, you don't use your backup. So right now they don't feel as though they need to use him. It's not that he's the worst backup. It's that they believe that Baker Mayfield gives this team the best opportunity, even banged up to the point that he is, and trying to make it to the bye week because they're still competitive. It's still a competitive season. So to sit Baker down to preserve him, even if he gives you a better opportunity to win, would not be in the best interest of any of these people that are on this team right now.
Agreed, but I don't think it gives you a better chance to win. I think they're wrong.
Well, I guess that would be
Baker Mayfield, this compromised. You scored. The Ravens, Broussard, turned the ball over 4 times. You scored 10 points. That's almost impossible. Again, I don't think Case is great. I think Case is an above-average backup. But if he doesn't give you a better chance to win than Baker Mayfield with an injured foot, knee, and shoulder, then he shouldn't be a backup quarterback in this league, Broussard. Like, Baker's clearly compromised.
Okay. Look, far be it from me to end this Case Keenum tribute moment. Nick Wright's ode to Case Keenum's greatness, all right? Case Keenum, Nick, is 28-35 as a starter. Case Keenum has had 5 seasons in his career where he started more than half the year. And he's had 1 winning season in all of those